everyone. Today we're going to do a couple of stories from Disney's storybook collection. And it's based on Disney Junior. It has actually been read quite a lot, so it's just a little bit torn, but that's okay. Disney Storybook Collection. Paragon. There's Mickey Mouse. He looks really happy. He's doing a little dance. In this book we have 4 stories. We have Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, A Hot Dog Day, Agent Ozo, Bananas Are Forever, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Farmer Donald's Pumpkin Patch, Jungle Junction, The Circus Comes to Town. So today we are going to do Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, A Hot Dog Day. We have Goofy and Minnie, and we see Minnie's doing a little list for picnics. She has tablecloth, napkins, plates, fruit salad, lemonade, corn on the cob, hot dogs, buns, ketchup, and mustard. It's by Sheila Sweeney Higginson, illustrated by the Disney Storybook artists. It looks like Mickey Mouse is doing the cooking. Minnie woke up early. She opened the window to let in the cool morning air. Outside, the birds were chirping. The sun peeped through the trees on the horizon. What a lovely day, Minnie said. It's the perfect day for a picnic. The first thing I need to do is make invitations. See all the lovely pretty flowers at Minnie's house. Minnie looked over the invitations she had made. My friends will be so happy to receive these pretty cards, she said. Then she sat down and wrote a list of all the things she would need for a picnic. A tablecloth, plates, napkins and food, of course. When she was finished, she headed out of the door. Oh, look. There's Mickey's invitation. There's Mickey's house. But before she had gone very far, she turned around. Silly me, she said. I forgot to bring something to hold all my picnic goodies. And I really should bring along my new tablecloth and napkins and some plates. Then I won't have to come back for them later. That's a good idea. Minnie looked around the clubhouse for something that was big for all the picnic supplies. She soon found her basket on a high shelf. But how will I reach it? Minnie asked. Should I use a fish hook and try to get to reel it in? Or could I lasso it with that rope? She wondered aloud, looking at the rope that was hanging on the wall. She finally said. Maybe using this sled ladder would be the best choice. Minnie carefully climbed the ladder. She took the basket from the shelf and climbed back down. Then she placed the checkered tablecloth, napkins and plates inside the basket. Minnie headed outdoors. When she reached the clubhouse garden, she exclaimed, "These flowers are so pretty. I'll make a bouquet." She thought the flowers would make a lovely centerpiece for the picnic table. Before delivering her invitations or shopping for the picnic food, she decided to go back to the clubhouse and put the flowers in a vase filled with water. So off she went, back to the clubhouse, leaving her picnic basket on the lawn. It's her little basket. Some pretty flowers. And the Mickey Mouse clubhouse. A moment later, Daisy strolled by. There on the lawn she saw Minnie's picnic basket. "What's this?" she wondered aloud. "Minnie is planning a picnic. I love picnics." Daisy read Minnie's shopping list and decided to make a fruit salad to share with all the guests. She picked up the basket and headed towards the blueberry bushes at the end of the road. Oh, they look tasty. Before long, Daisy had picked many blueberries. She filled her handbag with them. She tasted a few just to make sure they were sweet enough for her friends. "Oh no," she said to herself when she could hold no more berries. "I need to get a bowl, one that's big enough to hold all the fruit for the salad." So off she went, leaving the basket under the tree. Minnie returned to the garden. She saw that her picnic basket was missing. "My picnic basket!" she cried. "Where could it be?" Minnie looked behind the daffodils. She looked under the tulips. She retraced her steps back to the clubhouse, but she could not find it. Oh, she looks a little bit sad. Even her flowers look a little bit sad. "Oh no," Minnie said, sighing. "My picnic is over, and it never even started." Sadly, she plopped into a chair. Even the flowers looked glum. Back in the kitchen, Daisy found a small bowl. But the bowl was not large enough to hold the berries, so she poured them into a medium-sized bowl that soon overflowed. Finally, Daisy put all the blueberries into a large bowl. "Perfect," she said. "There's even room left over for me to add some watermelon." Daisy headed out the door, thinking about the delicious fruit salad she would soon make for her friends. Daisy went to the watermelon patch behind the clubhouse. There were 6 juicy watermelons growing on the vine. She looked at them all and decided not to take the biggest one. Watermelon are quite heavy. "That one would be too heavy for me to lift," she said to herself. She decided not to take the smallest one. That one would not have enough juicy fruit inside. She didn't pick any of the yellow ones either, because yellow melons need more time to grow. She wondered aloud, which one is just right? Daisy did not choose the biggest or the smallest or any of the yellow melons. That left just one, the medium-sized green melon. Daisy cut it open and was very happy to see juicy red fruit inside. "This melon smells so sweet," she declared as she carefully cut the fruit into tubes. And Daisy mixed her salad. Donald was taking a walk down the road near the blueberry bush. He spotted a basket and looked inside. "Well, finally," Donald exclaimed. "Someone is planning a picnic. And best of all, there will be lemonade at the picnic. I love lemonade." Donald decided that he would make the lemonade himself. Taking the basket with him, Donald headed off into town to buy the ingredients for his lemonade. It's good that everybody's trying to help. Daisy finished mixing the blueberries and the watermelon in the bowl. All that this salad needs to be perfect, she announced, is something yellow. She remembered that there was a pineapple in the kitchen. Before getting the pineapple, Daisy looked around for Minnie's basket. Oh no, where could it be? She cried. She tried to remember where she'd seen it last. The blueberry bush, she shouted as she ran down the road. Daisy looked under the blueberry bush. She looked next to the blueberry bush. She even looked behind the blueberry bush. But she could not find Minnie's basket. I guess I should just make a fruit salad for everyone, Daisy said to herself. She's a bit disappointed. Donald couldn't wait to make his special lemonade. He arrived at the grocery store carrying the basket on the list. Well, let me see, he said. I'll buy some sugar and a jar of red cherries, and I'll need 6 lemons and my secret ingredient, 1 lime. Lots of melons. Donald looked at the lemons. He thought they all looked delicious, but one seemed especially plump and juicy. Donald reached for the biggest lemon. Not that one, the shopkeeper shouted to Donald. Don't take one from the bottom because... But it was too late. The lemons fell down on Donald and tumbled onto the floor. Donald quickly ran out of the door after buying his lemons and left Minnie's basket behind. Oh no, the basket's being left in the shop now. Everyone keeps forgetting the basket. Donald headed back to the clubhouse. My goodness, he quacked, looking in the windows. Minnie and Daisy sure do look grumpy. Well, they'll feel better when I serve them my super duper secret recipe lemonade. Donald cut each lemon and 1 lime in half. He squeezed each half in the juicer. Next he slid a straw through each cherry and mixed some cherry juice in with the lemon and lime juice. Then he measured out the right amount of sugar, poured water into the pitcher, added the juice and some ice and stirred it all up. This is guaranteed to perk up my grumpy friends, he said. 10 o'clock. On this sunny morning, Goofy was in town, taking his kitten, Mr. Pettibone, for a walk. When Mr. Pettibone spotted a lemon rolling down the pavement, he pounced on it. Goofy looked inside the shop and saw the shopkeeper picking up all the rolling lemons. He began to help. Just as he was about to pick up the last lemon, something caught his eye. Goofy. It was Minnie's basket with a letter addressed to him. Oh boy, Goofy said when he read the invitation. There's nothing I like more than a picnic. He looked at the shopping list. Seems to me that someone needs to make some corn on the cob. There's nothing I like more than corn on the cob, except picnics, he said. So off he went towards the cornfield, taking the basket with him. Goofy walked quickly down the road towards the cornfield. The corn had grown high under the warm sun. It was even taller than he was. As he approached the rows of stalks, Goofy could almost taste the corn. Look at those big ears, he exclaimed, wetting his lips. How many cobs do we need? Goofy wondered aloud. Well, Pluto doesn't eat corn, so I don't need to count him. Minnie will want one. Daisy will want one. That's 2 so far. Donald will probably have 2. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. Mickey will want one. That's 5. And I'll have 5. Oh my goodness. I need to pick 10 ears of corn. We have 1 plus 1 equals 2. Plus 2 more equals 4. Plus 1 equals 5. Plus Goofy's 5 equals 10. That's a lot of corn. Goofy was so excited about getting back to the clubhouse to cook the corn that he left the basket behind. There it is over there. He was so happy that he sang a corny little song as he walked. Corn, corn, wonderful corn. I could eat it night and morn. Corn flakes, corn bread, corn dogs too. Corn on the cob for me and you. Goofy looked in the kitchen for the largest pot he could find. He filled it with water and waited till the water boiled. It's 11 o'clock now. It's almost lunchtime. Meanwhile, Donald had gone into the garden to pick a few mint leaves to add to the lemonade. He thought it would be a good idea to put the picture into Minnie's basket. He looked around. Uh-oh, he said. Where's the basket? Could I have left it at the shop? Oh no, look, he's back at the shop. Don't think the shopkeeper will be too happy if he touches those lemons again. Donald ran back to town. At the shop he looked under the counter. He looked behind the new stack of lemons. This is terrible, he whispered to himself when he realised that the picnic basket was gone. Then he tiptoed outside and headed back to the clubhouse. Meanwhile, Mickey and Pluto were out for a drive. There was only one thing Pluto liked more than riding in Mickey's car, and that was running through the cornfield. So Mickey stopped the car to give Pluto a chance to run around. There's Mickey's red car. What's this? Mickey said when he saw the basket. He recognised it right away. This is Minnie's basket, he said, picking it up. Then he saw the invitations inside. Hey, Pluto, he called. Minnie is having a picnic, and we're invited. Let's get these last things on her list before heading back to the clubhouse. So everybody's been getting little things for the picnic. Back at the clubhouse kitchen, Goofy placed the corn in hot water, along with a pinch of sugar and a dash of salt. I think I'll put this plate of corn into Minnie's basket now, Goofy said. That's when he realised that he'd left the basket back at the cornfield. Goofy ran out the door straight towards the cornfield. He looked high, he looked low. Then he looked very, very sad. Gosh, he said. I feel just awful about losing Minnie's basket. Slowly he walked back towards the clubhouse with his long ears hanging down. Oh. At the shop, Mickey piled the hot dogs, buns, ketchup and mustard onto the counter. Well, that's about it, Pluto, he said. Then he glanced at the clock. Look, it's 12 o'clock. Golly, it's almost noon. We better hurry up back to the clubhouse for Minnie's picnic. Out the door they went. It was almost lunchtime, but Minnie wasn't hungry. The next time I plan a picnic, she said to herself, I'll make sure that I don't lose the invitations and the picnic basket. She decided to take a walk. Maybe I can pretend I'm having a picnic with my friends, she said. She took along her flowers. Oh, poor Minnie. At almost the same time, Daisy decided to take her bowl of fruit salad to the picnic table. Maybe some of my friends will be at the playground and would like to share this salad, she sighed. Donald remembered that the picnic was planned for noon at the playground, so he grabbed his picture and headed out. All you really need for a picnic is my special lemonade, Donald said to himself. Goofy, too, decided to bring his plate of corn to the playground. Golly, I sure hope the picnic is still on, he said as he walked towards the picnic area. Then he smiled and said, otherwise, I guess I'll have to eat all this corn myself. I don't think he'd mind doing that. He seems to love corn. Oh, Minnie looks really sad. Looks like we're just in time, oh buddy, Mickey said to Pluto as they neared the playground. Look, they're coming super fast. I hope we're not too late, Minnie, Mickey said as he walked towards his friends. Minnie was speechless while her friends set the table. Finally, she said, I lost my basket and all the invitations in the garden this morning, so I thought my picnic was ruined. I'm sorry, Daisy said. I found your basket in the garden and decided to make a fruit salad, but then I lost it by the blueberry bush. Well, actually, I found your basket by the blueberry bush, Donald said, and I decided to make lemonade. But then I lost the basket at the grocery shop. I found it at the grocery shop, Goofy said, and I decided to make corn on the cob. But then I left your basket in the cornfield. Pluto and I found your basket in the cornfield, Mickey said, and we decided to get the hot dogs, buns and fixings. Then he turned to Minnie and said, I hope you're not angry with us, Minnie. How could I be angry, Minnie said as she looked at all of her friends and the tasty foods they had made for her picnic. You are the best friends in the world. Everyone enjoyed Daisy's fruit salad, Donald's lemonade, Goofy's corn on the cob, and the wonderful hot dogs and buns that Mickey prepared. This is the best picnic ever, Minnie declared. Hot dog, Mickey agreed. The end. Everybody looks really happy. The little butterflies on the cat. Pluto has a nice big juicy bone. I hope you enjoyed that story. And the next time we will do another story from this book. The next one we will do